I had seen things and witnessed things and had come to the conclusion that there's no way that God did not exist. But because of my feelings of hopelessness and just seeing all the evil in the world, and just all the things that my peers were doing at the public school, I come to the conclusion that I didn't want to follow a God that would let things like that happen. So in a prayer, speaking to God, I said, you know what, you're real, but I hate you and I'm not going to follow you. I spent most of my life overseas, and coming to America in high school was kind of difficult for me because of the culture difference and losing friends, and also being the youngest child of four. The age gap between us meant that I didn't really hang out with my siblings that much. And so in high school, I was here for 2 years, my sophomore year and my junior year, and I suffered from depression during that time. And so I lived like that for about a year. At the end of my junior year, I went back to Papua New Guinea, which I thought would change my circumstances because I hated America and I just wanted to go back so badly. I thought it was the greatest place on earth. And once I got back there, many of my friends had moved on because I had been here for 2 years. And so, yeah, we knew each other, but you know, they shared all the inside jokes with each other, and I just didn't feel like I belonged, like a place of belonging there anymore. Being around people who I knew and had grown up with, but feeling like I was alone, even when I was surrounded by them. And it was just like a crushing feeling in my chest, like somebody had reached in and grabbed my heart and squeezing it with their hands as hard as they could. I eventually got to the point where I could go no lower. Just the absolute hopelessness and crushing feeling of loneliness, and I realized that God was the only answer. He was the only thing or person I could turn to that could bring me out of it. He showed me mercy. He didn't condemn me the way I deserved to be condemned for turning away from him. He brought me out of that. And I still sometimes lapse back and have those feelings, but I know that Christ will continue to be there for me. The reason why God's mercy was so important to me is because I was like the prodigal son. When I turned away and left, I did whatever I wanted. I lived in sin. And I know for a fact that if it had been me looking at myself, I wouldn't have accepted me back. Because I didn't deserve it. I deserve to be judged and condemned. But like I said, Christ's mercy is just so overwhelming that if you come back with the real, true heart of repentance, He's there for you and He's willing to forgive you. Even though whatever you did probably hurt Him deeply, He still loves you. And He's still willing to be merciful to you. My name is Michael Husk, and this is why I celebrate God's mercy.